Right, good evening. Continuing with basically just looking for the necklace. Also, where was I? Here, this is... Right, I don't think I can continue there. I'm currently just checking... Wasn't there somewhere... No. I think this was here, and yeah, I got through it. Right, let me... I'm just thinking there was some place I still couldn't get to here. And I... Oh, that's breakable? Because that's a rather large area, so... I may want to go there in the future. But for now... I'm gonna continue the current path. Alright, that's huh? Now this is the higher residence.
Her sister's form, just like before, out of thin air materialized. It spoke of how her vision's truth she learned to mask, to appear as who her captors expected. She bragged of how the clergy's ranks she climbed, and from within, others to her cause, with patience she recruited. Soon, many on the ship had seen the truth. The poor and the misfortune worshipped her, and over the years, guided by her visions, to the rank of Pythia she steadily ascended.
Why does she have a horned helmet? For that, I need... Okay, I think what I'm gonna have to do... Again, I'm not gonna do any boss fight yet. Also, the background music in this part is for some reason kinda loud.
Elated and relieved he sighed, his gratitude he extended. Harmonia's words inspired and moved them all. She spoke of gods forgotten. She preached that the Tyr and Nyx were treacherous and false. Their downfall was at hand.
That honestly kind of tracks with Greek mythology because all of the gods were assholes. With maybe the exception of Hades. Why did it pause there? Oh, that's where the station is. Okay. Also, why is there a mouse cursor? Is there? There is probably. Okay, it's the elevator. There's probably a supernova spot down here somewhere. I need to find that and get through there. Yeah, there it is. have to start from up here. Oh wait, that is wrong. How do I get further up? Oh, I just go to there. And then up to there. Okay. No wait, I need to go somewhere else. Where, how do I definitely need to go to this one, so I need to go to that one, which means I need to get to that one. Which I have to come in from below, which is this one. So to that one, okay. Fuck. Okay, but yeah, that's how you're supposed to go through there, I'm pretty sure. Also, I think I might need to turn down that music, because for some reason the background music in this part really loud. Too early. And reinforced nanobronze alloy, which I believe is the sword. And if not, that's fine. Right. Nothing else to do here. I also just learned you cannot use the spear while gliding. That is actually an interesting point. You cannot use the spear and you cannot use the arrow while gliding downwards.
The mystical door delved in her mind. Her memories it rummaged. The warrior. The seafarer.
That's where the statues go.
The huntress. The lovers.
One statue's missing.
Some memories seem to be missing still. The door remained sealed.
There is one missing and I assume it's probably up here. Which, where do I go next? I don't think I can go up there because of the blue stuff. I can go further here. This is still a way away. Or maybe I go down. Into the science section and see that breakable thing. Yeah, for some reason, it really feels a lot louder than any other music that they had until now. Actually, let me see if I can get up there. Nope. And there's more blue stuff up there as well. So that probably requires an additional orb, at least one, or some way of walking in that blue goo. Oh, we can go down here. Alright, there's nothing. Okay. Is there nothing? Yeah, there's nothing. We do have a supernova here, but for what? I think I know what. Ah, missed my shot. To the right, and yes! As expected. That is... a harp. Dionysus? No, who has a harp? The god of music, Apollo. Probably. Right, there is one room behind that as expected. I feel I should be able to do that. That is honestly kind of neat. That you can show the destination. I think I'll teleport to the science division. Wait, stop. I just learned you cannot stop supernova once you start it. Fast travel, science. This should be the closest. Down there. How did I overlook that? I honestly don't quite get how I overlooked that destructible wall. Ow. I think I'd rather do it like that. And now I just learned that the spear also does slightly pierce. Which earlier I thought it didn't. Is that a... No, it's not a brain. Our enemies have entered the lab. They have destroyed all the clones. We managed to spit away one specimen. Its location will be kept a closely guarded secret, for if they find it, the ritual is doomed. A clone? Ooh, reading shard. That's for the shield. I've actually been looking for those.
A soul-crushing sight. Rows upon rows of cloudy field jars. Each housed grossly misshapen. Burned and mutilated forms. An exposition of the macabre. Walking past the horrid sight, a second, more potent wave of revulsion washed over Adrestia. Where a face could be discerned. The likeness of herself and Harmonia it bore.
That's a way of killing your sister without killing your sister. I'll probably read the journal entries at some point. At least for myself. When I have all of them. Just so I have a full story, basically. If I actually get all of them. Right, so that was this little area. Actually, just go through here. Otherwise, yeah, yesterday been at a birthday party. I can't go through here because that is too high. Yesterday been at a birthday party. Unfortunately, the one I basically ride shared with, is that what you call it? Pretty heavy smoker. So I went in and was already sick. Because I really do not like the smoke. Alright, I think going to the right is easier here. And despite I have enough health that I do not need to care. The Greater Than God Temple. Is that new? Oh no, wait, that's above here, isn't it? Aether and Nyx Temple. And they built a new statue. Right, I think I've been here. Anything else I can maybe do now? I still don't know if I can get through this. Probably not. Like I need 3 to get up here. That's a no. Oh, there could be something here. What is the closest? Hanging Gardens, which I believe is up here. Oh wait, I just learned I can just... that's up there next to the... I think I'll for now just go back to... There's a shrine. Anything else I could have overlooked? Doesn't look like it here. Like at this point I basically already had all of my stuff, so I'm not surprised I was able to get most there. Mostly the areas I haven't had most of my like travel options are what I want to look for. This I've already had everything. This is the Black Market Square. I still have no clue how to get through there. Which I assume that pickup is gonna be important. Uh-huh. There's a one-way door, huh? But that's probably from maybe above. Right, I think I'm just gonna go back to... Actually, what does it help if I'm here? I'm still lacking some travel options. Have I never destroyed that? Interesting. Or maybe I have all the travel options I need and I just suck. That is an option. That is in fact a possibility. I think I'm gonna try this one. So, what is this? The Grove Tranquil Shrine. First of all, however... That was not for the shield, it was for the lantern. The Grove Tranquil Shrine. Right, so if I recall correctly, if I do this, I get all of my stuff back, meaning that with the supernova, I cannot go further up in this room because all of my lanterns are gone. And there's even more of the blue stuff, so no passage there. I have a feeling... I need the last statue, and I'm pretty sure that one's around here somewhere. Well, not enough French. Also, how many pieces do I have? 11 out of 12. That doesn't really help me, however. Oh, can I just... No, I cannot. Alright, I need one for here. I need 2 for here. Ah, last necklace piece. And that's Artemis with a bow. Meaning that now I go to Hephaestus and have him fix that necklace. Which because it's made out of the Nyx stuff, I'm pretty sure it will probably allow me to walk on the blue. I assume that is actually necessary for progression, for further progression. Alright, further down. Because Hephaestus is to the right there, yep. Has been hard at work. The 3 pieces have been masterfully put
His
together.
eyes widened with excitement as he snatched the final piece. Without a word, he turned to his anvil and started working.
Wonderful.
Dismissively, he waved his hand. This work.
So now, I assume I leave and come back. Wrong button. He is gone.
Ominously silent. The workshop laid perfect.
So, question now. Where did he go So I can get the necklace. And then with that necklace, what can I actually do with it? Right, he's not here. Where would he be? Where would he have gone? Still can't get that, which is a bit annoying. Yeah, I assume I get another lantern also from him. Where would he have gone? I honestly assume higher residence. Oh, you were down there. Or to that statue where we found him the first time. I can hear crying, but it's above, so I can't get there yet. I very much so assume that he's here somewhere. Or in the science division. Also, that's a massive fountain. Lower residence, where was the statue? This is where I started, the Vertex Ascension. Went through here, through there, plundered market, the Circe chamber. Food shelter here, this one, Harmonia's fountain. "260th Pythia of the Automata, Supreme Oracle and Holy Matriarch. May have visions guide our journey, sculptured by Hephaestus. However, he is not here, which is a bummer. Ah, wait, there's a supernova here somewhere. There has to be, because I just saw the Nick stuff. There is a supernova. What do we have? "Oh, sacred palace, your seat of memory has granted me visions of the truth, but while my vision is clear, my premonitions are not. I can feel the curse of eternal oblivion fighting against my memories. Some piece of the mask remain elusive, but I will not fail you. I will prevail." Where could he be? devoid of life now. I have doubts that he is anywhere in the lower residence. Count of corpses. There's one area I think where he might be. Like, he seemed to be very obviously like an artisan here, a scientist. Wait, is that how I get up there? Yeah, I honestly just fast travel. Actually go here in the quarantine zone. Not here. Risk assessment. Which again, they kind of failed on. Where he at? Huh. No. Not here. Go back up to... Like, where would he actually go? If I saw correctly, there was no hint in his workshop itself.
Ominously silent.
I still think high residence somewhere. Question is how I get there. Assembly hall, waste storage, Cersei chamber. No, get me down here. Yeah. Maybe I can get up there. If I just don't fail. I forgot. I need to get rid of those. Aha. Fuck. Those stupid wall clingers are annoying as hell. You a nasty alloy. That's for stored, I believe. Maybe I do in fact just need to get better at using my balls. Next turn over here. What other areas could I still go to? Like if I look down here in Ashfall, there is nothing. That's actually cesspit. Actually, I think about it. Where was that boss fight? That was here, wasn't it? No. It was down there. But what would he do there? There is a portal. Maybe he wants to open that. That could be an option. Cesspit down here. I'd frankly hope not to come back here. And from what I can see, it's also incorrect. Yeah. Fuck. Was the wrong direction. Fuck. Yeah, I need that. God damn it. Okay, so explanation. I'm double pressing LT because to go back into the lantern you need to double press, but for this one you don't. Alright, back down. Where else? The lovers were up here, I believe.
Within the female.
Mm-hmm. Where would he have gone? Maybe someone in the Shelby. Maybe someone that knows. Maybe they can tell me. Survivors have been relatively useful.
Nervously gazing, forsaken was this realm.
Nope, nothing new. Fuck. That was stupid. Higher residence once again. There are still some areas where I could maybe go through if I played with my balls correctly. Like, I feel like this one's not possible. Holy shit, it is possible.
Her former glamour, all but gone. Her gratitude she extended. Harmonia was benevolent and kind, but headstrong and ambitious. She got the less fortunate on her side, and to Pythia she ascended.
Alright, that's the way up. I can fast travel there now, so I don't actually need to do that one down there. I don't actually need a shortcut either. I heard coughing. And crying.
Bewildered and upset, she stared. Her gratitude she extended. This misery, destruction, and despair was the result of blasphemy. Ethyr and Nyx had justly cursed them all. Harmonia was to blame.
Yeah, possible. Okay, there's an elevator. Why are the chairs floating? What? Oh, right. Vacuum. That's just a sea of blue. City of Light. Where is the last statue? So what I think I have to do... Actually not that far up. I think I have to use that. Actually, can I instead... No. Right, that one is not possible. This one, I misplaced this one. Yeah, that one has to go further. But from that direction, I don't think. There I would need an additional orb, because from here, I don't get to the... Oh wait. That doesn't cost me an orb. Right, so it is possible. That was stupid. Or rather bad. Wonderful. No question, is there anything below me that is relevant? No, just a sea of blue. What do we have here? More health. And there's a memory. We need to be careful, she has eyes and ears everywhere. The word she's spewing a blasphemy. Our cause is sacred, blessed by Aether and Nyx. She needs to be silenced. It sounds like a good old religious dispute. There is more of the Nyx stuff. With a memory. Question is, how do I get there? Right. I'll have to go from like here. Actually from there, so I put my portal there. But how do I put that there? Because then I'd have to one there and one down here. Then I go to the left. Here, down to that. Right, let's see. Should be good. favor and a memory. The fates are teasing me, both father and mother on the ship in this reincarnation. They do not remember, but I can see them being tormented every time they lay eyes upon each other, every time they lay eyes upon me. So there is reincarnation as well. Where do I go? Okay, so this is then to the next High Residence Elder's Pass. Which, again, I will not yet do the boss fight if I can avoid it. I assume I need to find the last statue. Which might very well be here.
He looked around in disbelief, his gratitude he extended. Such marvel, luxury, and luster had fallen into ruin. The once glorious district was now wrecked. Everyone had to flee.
Wonder if it makes a difference whether you rescue all of them. The sarcophagus has been relocated to a safer place. If it is gravely threatened, it is now designed to eject into space. With the specimen alive, the end goal remains feasible. Oh. So there's something else I need to do first. That's a large face. There is something I can do with that. Ah, shit. Gonna go through the... That's the sarcophagus. It seems to have been moved here recently. There are vital sign readings and various displays. Someone or something is inside this thing. Unfortunately, the specimen is not growing at the desired rate. Considering the necklace has been shattered into pieces and missing, the specimen is the only real chance she has to ascend. It needs to be kept safe for a little longer until it reaches the age required to perform the ritual. Some kind of immortality ritual or something? And it had to do with the necklace.
A mourner, clad in robes of black, sat at the foot of the statue. She seemed to not acknowledge Adrestia's presence, and to herself she muttered. This piece of art had haunted her dreams since the day it was here erected. Some haunting memory clawing at her from deep within, it stirred. But she could not recall it.
A memory stirs the maiden. Long forgotten. Is that Persephone? Like, that could be Zeus, Poseidon, the Hades, but the dog kind of makes me feel like it's regarding the abduction. I assume that is Persephone. being abducted by Hades. The crypt. But that, I believe, should be all the statues, so I can go look there in a second. Oh, so this looks more like a Roman-style statue. That's actually kind of neat. Like, if you live in space, if you live on a space station, so like, what do you do with your corpses? I assume most would just vent them because the corpse doesn't really care. I don't think. Primary sanitation facility unlocked. I have unlocked a huge channel item locator. Ooh. Ooh, that is. So I just got the achievement for unlocking all Nyx chambers, and getting something actually useful out of it. Very nice. Also, that is something that Silksong should have had. Like an option to... I can fast travel there. An option to just see what have I missed and where is it without having to look it up. So I'm gonna go grab that item. And then I'm gonna go to the other Nyx chambers. And grab everything I can find. Before I do the boss here. Inspect. The main entrance to the throne room is blocked. I need to find another way. Oh, that was the original. So this is, I assume, the way to the throne room. So I'm gonna go for the statue room. And ignore the crypt here. But yeah, if you have like some kind of ancestor worship, you'd probably not just vent them into space. Unless you then go and say that the stars are the ancestors. That's down there, isn't it? Alright.
The mystic... The maiden. All of the memories were in place. The door in silence slid open.
What do we have here? So Hermes... That's what Zeus, Apollo, over, and then Aether and Nyx beyond them. After infidelity, the betrayal, I could see the others laughing behind my back, mocking me instead of taking my side. They now let I gaze upon the statues in despair, and they are not laughing anymore, are they? Which that would be... Betrayal would probably be Hephaestus.
Distant and agonizing memories, the exquisite piece of art awoke. A battle-torn field, littered with forms in anguish. 11 figures, deities ancient and strong, were bowing low, defeated in an ancient battle. Their punishment was swift and cruel, sentenced to oblivion everlasting. Their immortal and once potent souls, to mortal shrouds, eternally encaged. Distant 11, their immortal.
Did Hephaestus build gods?
The time of the Olympians was long past, in screeching voices Aether and Nyx declared. Capricious, tyrannical and vain, long ago they were defeated, and humanity was saved. True to her nature, Harmonia spared not a thought for all the suffering and pain she caused in her efforts to ascend.
Like, he's not wrong, the Olympians were absolute dicks. At least most of them. I still question where Hephaestus is. But it could be that he's even further up. Now. I think I want to try this one again. And then I'm gonna go to the various, like, item finders. To the various Circe chambers. Like, this is not enough to get anywhere close to the upper end. This might actually be possible. I can't do that though. Close. Wonderful. And then there's not even anything up there, huh? Just even more blue. Fuck. Alright. Circe chambers. I have a feeling I found most stuff. Not the garden. Overgrown Circe's chamber. Item locator, there's upgrade materials. Ah. Thankfully that's not too far away. Wrong button. That's for upgrading the lantern, right? How did I miss those, actually? Stupid bees. Fast travel. I'm just gonna go from the top down. A survival. And then the upgrade material, which probably is up there. Interesting. There's still a pickup here. I assume Actually, can I use those multiple times? I can. There's another survival. And it just shows them on the map, this meaning that if I already have them on the map, it doesn't actually do anything. So, grabbing that survivor first.
His eyes were hollow, but he lived. His gratitude he extended. In utter horror he had watched some victims of the Cinder rise up again after they burned. Nocturne and flame sustained them.
Mm-hmm. Seen that. Now, the next pickup is in this room as well, so just gonna go up. Fuck. Grab this. Nick Shield. Those are the ones I've been looking for. And I just was unable to find. Okay, I'm gonna go to the right for the save, for the shrine. Now, the next pickup... Ornamental plant market. There could be something up here. Why have I never been there? I'm just gonna go there. Like, I know for a fact I went through that portal. I see why that might be a problem, though. Alright, where is the next thing? Here, which is... I think just going to there is faster. Actually, this way to there might be faster even. It most likely is easier. Fucking damn it. I just cannot aim with that spear. I really was just standing on the floor for like a second. Alright, next fragment. No eternal shard. You stop getting the shield. Wonderful. Next is... where is next? Over here. So down and then left and then further left. Alright. That's really something I could have found earlier.
A sliver of hope in her returned. Her gratitude she extended. In whispers, she recounted how after the necklace had been fractured, a meek, pious, and gentle man had morphed into the Phoenix.
Ah, so that's what the fracture was, the necklace. That's not actually where I wanted to go. Oh well, there's a shrine not too far away, so we're good. Like, the enemies here are not really a danger. Fast travel next. Science department. The Circe chamber. Item locator. A Nyx fragment. And another Nyx fragment. Ah. And a survivor. Alright, so there's a Nyx fragment directly next to me up there. I think I have to go through multiple of the laser boys for that though. Okay, that one-shots him though. Good to know. The laser boys are still annoying. I don't even think I could parry them. So that is really just to dodge them. Alright. Next. I think I actually have to go a little while for the next piece, so I think I can just teleport there. The next thing is... one-way door. Like, why is that here? Anyway, the next thing is the survivor here, which is the science department security exit. And that's also close to this pickup. I still have no clue how to go through there. So, security exit. Well, at least they give me a bit of health back. Fuck. I even miss a fucking slug. That's a spear. Alright. So where is the breakable to get him out? Probably up here. Yeah, I could have seen that. I just didn't pay attention.
In lifted spirits, he looked up. His gratitude he extended to the rescue capsules he would rush as soon as it was safe.
Wonderful. Then back down. Yep. Fuck you. Alright, where do I go now? Ah, shit, I should have stayed up there. Nah, fuck. I'm gonna go back to the hall with the remaining Nocturne again because I want that pickup as well. And there has to be some way to get in there. That's the Nyx fragment. I think fast travel is still fast. Actually, it might not be. What about just walk? Alright. Okay. Now, how do I... Oh wait, I forgot about you. Like, there has to be some way into there. This is so you can break through that. There's a breakable there. Nocturnal gate. Supernova, nocturnal gate. But that's only breakable from like one direction. So I can't go through there. Well, later then, once again. There is no other supernova in range to go anywhere near that, right? Ashfall. Chemical storage. Show me your items. One survivor. A bear. Wait, which is this wrecked shanty town? But that should be directly next to the shrine here. Well, it is and kind of isn't. Alright, so all of them are dead. That should give me the option of going further up. Fuck you. Get my spear back. And then he's down here. Okay.
Unnaturally placid, she looked up, her gratitude sea extended. A thick layer of ash covered the area, she explained, because the lower residence above was burning.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Alright, back down. Alright, that should be everything in Ashfall. Looks like it, yeah. And there is nothing else on the item locator. Then next, cesspit. Both crossing. There is nothing here, thankfully, because I do not want to be here. Heavy industries. Nothing here either. And then finally, higher residence. I think I've been everywhere. Grove, lower residence, science department, heavy industries, ashfall, cesspit, high residence. Yeah. In that case, I'm going up. Prime Circe's chamber. Right, okay. First try.
Nervously he paced in the dimly lit room, and as she approached, in shame he hung his head. Profoundly he apologized for all the misdirection, but it was for the greater good, he promised. With the necklace whole, Harmonia could now save them all.
Betrayal apparent. Can I? No. Have a rest? I assume he gave her the necklace.
An ominous feeling washed over her as the room she cautiously entered. Suppressed memories of what had happened here threatened to flood her mind.
That's a large room. Like, that's not a helmet, is it? That's just horns.
Decisively, down the stairs she climbed, step by step, her gaze locked on Adrestia. Now that the truth had been laid bare, the necklace was a way for her divine destiny to be fulfilled
No, it
at
is a
last.
hat. It is a crown.
Adrestia needed to help her reach her rightful place, or get out of her way.
Spear.
The blow hit hard, and blood was drawn, but Harmonia seemed to expect it. With a bitter smile and a piercing gaze, to Adrestia she pointed. To the goddess of equilibrium it fell, the imbalance to amend, when it was also her that caused it. The memory could no longer be contained. Adrestia's mind was overwhelmed, for it was her that had the necklace shattered.
Oh, she fucked up.
The voice of Aether in her mind sounded gleeful, almost ecstatic. Adrestia had made the right choice. Humanity could be saved. A final boon the god imparted. Her sword pulsed with brilliant force. The time was nigh, Harmonia to face, and put an end to her malevolent plan.
Go up. However, I'm not gonna do that immediately. Oh shit, I can't turn back. Well, that sucks. Apparently I am going to do it immediately. Ow. That is a laser beam. assume I can parry that. I very much so assume I can parry that. I think I see what I have to do. I just am not good enough to actually do it. Ah, stomp on her. Oh, sword. He has a sword as well. Not hard.
Sadness and bitterness as she fell. Her gaze grew dim and distant. Her machinations, her ascension plan, with her were laid to rest. Huddled together, the survivors hoped in vain, until the very last minute, that the escape capsules would activate and take them all to safety. A moment later, the ship was engulfed in an intensely bright flash. The hull was torn apart all over. Harmonia's body was wholly consumed by forces not of this world. Her memories, a carefully laid out plan, in but a moment, unraveled. Adrestia's love had only the inevitable delayed by shattering the necklace. And she was likewise consumed by smoke, rubble, and flame. On the Atromitos, she also perished. Aether and Nyx, content and soothed, their universe had been spared. And at the center of it all, a bitter and vengeful creature. A lover scorned and thus betrayed, in turn deceived his kin. His wounds so grave he spared no thought to what he had agreed to. For millennia he reveled in the notion that only he remembered. He watched them wear their mortal skins like everlasting prisons, without the memory of who they were, nor any hope of salvation. But in some cruel play of the fates, after eons of reincarnations, he found himself aboard the ship with everything he hated. His heart's desire, his deceiving brother, and worst of all, the fruit of their infidelity. His own betrayal salting his wounds, because only he remembered.
But he also died.
This all was 20 years ago. The Atromitos almost forgotten. On the protagonists of this here tale, not even a whisper. But who am I, you ask? The question fair, deserving of an answer. I am the child, brought to this world to complete an ascension ritual. My blood was destined to be spilled, Harmonia's plan to bring to fruition. But here I stand, Harmonia's clone, and all her memories of deities of old, I, to this day, still carry.
So was Circe this daughter of Ares and Aphrodite? Not sure. I am surprised that just literally everybody died. Also, interesting that the entire story was well, a story that was told by someone else. Closing thoughts. Like, there were 5 bosses: Phoenix, Cyclops, the 2 Spider Thoots, the Bird, and Harmonia. And with the exception of, like, the Spider Dudes, I think they were all rather well made. Like, the bosses. The enemies, like, you have to admit, on the technical level, this game is... It's good, like, it's better than anything I could make. But comparatively to other Metroidvanias I play, it's on the lower end. Most definitely on the lower end. However, when it comes to the bosses, I wish other games would take a note of that, because all of the bosses were unique. Very much so unique. Oh, new start screen. All of the bosses were very unique, in fact. Now, if I check here, there is one thing I am missing. There is one memory I am missing. Somewhere. And I'm pretty sure that memory unlocks a different ending. Question is, where the fuck is it? I have no clue. Question is also, do I care enough to look for it? And the answer is most likely no. I don't think it's up there. I feel like it has something to do with this little shit. You know what? I'm gonna go there and see if I can see something. Science department level. But yeah, on a technical level, again, most other games I have now played of this kind, which... Oh, I saw. Address your clang. So that was just an Easter egg, okay. Yeah, one piece of memory is missing. No clue where that is. It is something to do with Hephaestus. But at this point I have definitely just all of the survivors. But yeah, what I wanted to say. Basically, the normal enemies...
Nervously gazing to and fro, forsaken.
Most of the enemies here rather simple. However, even in that simplicity, they are unique to each other. Which, again, is what I really like to see. Variations. Actually, the exact opposite of variations. Just things that are entirely unique. Where do I want to go? Things that are entirely unique to each other. And there were some other games that kind of disappointed in that matter. Security exit. And while it's less well made, again, on a technical level comparatively to, and I'm just gonna do the last one I knew, I played Silksong. Like, massively less. I'm honestly saying that I prefer this because it isn't bloated. It doesn't have the boss bloat that Silksong has. And the few bosses it has, that this game has, are basically all of them, in my opinion, preferable to the ones that Silksong had, because Silksong had like a single interesting boss, and that was the dude that manipulated the battlefield. While this one, there were some that weren't as creative, like the two spiders were relatively simple. But I liked the boss. I liked especially the bird. Like, I really liked the bird boss. How do I still don't have any clue how I get in there. Like, what the fuck? The bird boss, really liked that. The Cyclops was basically a bullet sponge with a bit of an upgrade. I don't have enough shards. Fuck. Yeah, it was basically a bullet sponge with a bit of an upgrade in the form of the... That does nothing. How do I get in there? I'm gonna just... Radiance Research. Let's see. Just gonna look that up for a second. Wait, not guides. Radiance. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. So apparently... Apparently there is somewhere a second supernova. Let's see. Question is... here. I would probably not have found it, even though someone pointed out, yeah, there is light coming out of it. So now, I need to take that up to here. That was not good enough. Well, I think I can probably just go diagonally. But I do kind of have to go there. Wait. Fuck. Now I very much doubt that there's a memory in there. And that is, I believe, uninsured. Okay. So that is for the lantern again. And with that, I think I have all of the items, just not that memory. Which that could honestly be everywhere. Feet of infidelity casts a heavy shadow on my existence. This is I have the fate simply turned her back on me. What were the chances she would end up on the same ship as I? No matter. She needs to be silenced, so my revenge will be all the sweeter. The infidelity, the betrayal, I could see the others dancing behind my back, mocking me instead of taking my side. They now let her gaze upon the statues and despair. They are not laughing anymore, are they? There's actually more memories I'm missing, like this one. Which... in Ashfall. The necklace. There's a memory in Ashfall I'm missing, so I'm gonna go look for that. I don't know if the memories in Ashfall, if the memory in Ashfall can be the one of Hephaestus. But I'll see that in a second. Fast travel to Ashfall. Let's see, where could it be? Ashfall, Ashfall, Ashfall. Have I checked this memory? Wait, Ashfall. Stop the peace desert because while those who serve them barely have enough to eat. To rescue, capture, power down, security measures are making. Survive, survive, survival. So it could be a memory, but I don't really actually see a memory here anywhere. Like I see this one, but I'm pretty sure I've already done that. And then I don't see any other memories here. Just gonna go look. Actually, I'm gonna go look for the one. I'm gonna look at the one that I know is there first. The Old One's Temple. I'll also probably not upgrade everything, because I don't think it'll be necessary. We stopped the priest inside because I called him out for leading a little, yeah, that I've seen. Is there another memory up here? I don't think so. Where could it be then? Oh, completely overlooked you. Sorry about that. It doesn't actually have to be a memory, it could also be like a statue or something that I didn't interact with. But that would mean I'd have to go through the entire area again. I do have time, so... not actually the worst. Do I have time? It's 8. Nah. I can take myself some time. This is also the Temple of the Old Ones is where you start in this one, because you teleport here with the Ash Falls pit. Fuck you. Arrow it is. Like, I don't intend to farm money to grab everything. Inquisitor Court, I think... do I go up first? I do go up first. Alright. Fuck. Actually. I assume that whatever the memory is, it's gonna be in the background. And it's gonna be something to do with, like, Greek mythology, at least tangentially. Or there's some breakable wall somewhere that I've missed until now. That is also very much possible. Now this is the way up. I forgot to bring my spear along. Uh-huh. Oh, that's actually a weak point. If you could actually hit, if you can hit it, which apparently I never bothered to try before. Like, it would probably be on a dead end or behind a breakable. Could be down here somewhere. What is this holding cells? So what I do now is I'm gonna go up and then fast travel to the holding cells. Holding cells. Nothing here. Nothing to interact with here. Doesn't look like there's anything here. It's a big face, but I don't think I have anything to do with it. I know there was some memory here where I talked about Harmonia being basically just like held here in contempt. I do not like those enemies. Where is that memory? Has to be somewhere. It's just a supernova. so nothing important there. Further down then. Don't really see anything of importance here. Fast travel again to Ashfall up here now. Doesn't look like there's something. Fuck. Fuck again. Alright, they're dead, so I can now go through. But I also don't really see any important, like, lower structures here. At least nothing I can interact with. Also don't see any breakables. Like, this looks relatively out of place, but then I'm at the lower residence again. I haven't been in there, maybe I kinda doubt that though. Ashfall chemical storage. There are no other survivors, I don't think. I'm pretty sure I have found all the survivors. He just glitched into the wall. Right, let's see the left side. whether there's anything in here. Doesn't look like there's any breakables. And then there's not really anything story related there, I don't think. Right, let's see the guide again. Hell. Full mob. Heavy industries, ashfall. It indeed only shows the map and not anything that's actually on the map. So it is only the full map. That's unfortunate. Let's see if the discussions say anything. No. In that case, I have a feeling that I actually just am not gonna bother looking for it. It could very well just be that I'm not seeing any specific area that I could still go through that's just like breakable. That is very much possible that I'm overlooking one. But in that case I'll just leave it. This little piece annoys me. Yeah. In that case, right. Finishing my thoughts from earlier. It is not as mechanically competent as some other Metroidvanias I played, but like of the Metroidvanias I've played, because most of the Metroidvanias I played are relatively well-made Metroidvanias, or in general just games. So it is not as good mechanically as those. However, again, design-wise, I prefer it a lot to some of the others. It doesn't breach Blasphemous, because to be fair though, that would be pretty hard. Because Blasphemous is amazing. And my current opinion, probably the best one I played. Yeah, there was a wall there, right? So yeah, it doesn't breach Blasphemous when it comes to like design, but and I mean like boss design, not necessarily environmental design, but boss design wise, it absolutely just crushes at least Silksong, in my opinion. It didn't have to go with the retarded I have 45,000 bosses route, just so you have one every 4 rooms. generally I would probably rank it lower than most other games I've played. Not gonna lie. Unfortunately. But yeah, that is Somber Echoes. That is probably all I'll play of that. And then, for now, I need to think about what I play next. But yeah, for now, I hope you have a nice evening. I hope you have a good night. I hope you have a nice week. And goodbye.